So both candidates making a last-minute pitch to Florida today. Early voting has hit record levels in Florida, folks. Most people have already voted, and Election Day is tomorrow. So it's razor thin, really, according to all the numbers that we're looking at in the state of Florida. Phil Keating is live in Hialeah, Florida, with more for us today. So, Phil, that's a big Cuban-American enclave in Hialeah, right?
Hi, Martha. Yeah, a haven for Cuban coffee counters and the largest concentration of Cuban Americans around the whole state. And during early voting, Hialeah had the second highest voter turnout location in the state as well. In fact, Sunday, last day to vote for early voting, saw what some called gangbuster numbers in Florida's two most populous counties, Miami-Dade and Broward, two heavy Democratic strongholds. At this location, people waited 2 hours. African-American churchgoers turned out big to vote early Sunday, part of the Get Out the Vote event called Souls to the Polls. For the first week and a half, black voter turnout had been down compared to 4 years ago, not Obama numbers, by 2%. This year's early vote here, historic. Take a listen.
We're not seeing this much. I don't think our numbers are being recorded in a timely manner, but we are seeing it, we are hearing it. Many of our African American community persons, you know, they're last minute voters. A lot of people like going to the polls last minute. It's exciting.
Now, this will be an all-time record for early voter turnout in the Sunshine State. 12.4 million votes already cast, and in the end, that will be well more than half the total vote. Martha?
So what are we seeing with the Florida Hispanic vote, Phil? What do we know?
This year, we're seeing a huge spike in registrations as well as voter turnout. In early voting, the numbers were up 4% compared to 4 years ago. And in that same time period, Florida's Hispanic population has grown 3%. Many of those new arrivals from Puerto Rico. And that is why President Obama rallied yesterday in heavily Hispanic Osceola County along the crucial I-4 corridor.
If we win Florida, it's a wrap. We win Florida, it's over.
Trump is pulling a good amount of the Cuban-American vote, mostly older Cuban Americans, because in the past 15 years, Democrats have doubled their support among Cuban Americans, mostly from the youth. Back to you, Martha.
Thank you, Phil.